continuing on, a recap. Episodes 1 through 4 are very good. Episodes 5 is not that great. Episode 6 is better than that episode. And 7 and 8 are good episodes. Right, now on to Disc 3. Disc 3 starts out with Episode 9, Gemini. In this episode, alright, now I'm Gemini. Something seems very different about Clark after he comes back from the fortress. And there's a bomb that is gotten rid of in this episode. There's also the plot line of Lois and Gabriel Grant's relationship, a subplot in this episode. Episode 10, Persona. Clark seems like a different person to Lana, and she likes the new Clark. Well, it is the Bizarro Clark who came back after being vanished. He goes to Milton Fine to solve his issue of his face distorting, and Lionel finds about Lex's secret project, which is recycling his dead brother's DNA. So he created Gabriel Grant, who works with Daily Planet. Clark goes to Daxor after being trapped in the fortress by Jor-El for a month to get rid of Phantom Clark. He does, and Lana gets rid of him. At the end of the episode, Clark and Lana, their relationship is sort of broken, slightly. And Grant Gabriel gets killed. Overall, it's a very good episode. Siren. This episode brings in a new superhero, Black Canary. And in this episode, Lex tries to get her to help him with something, and Lois discovers that Oliver is the Green Arrow. Clark and Lana struggle to go beyond the Phantom affair, so that is a good episode. Fracture. In this episode, in Fracture, Lex is wounded after he is shot and ends up in a coma. He locates Kara, and Clark enters his mind using an experimental technology. The strong points of this episode are Lex trying to help Kara, and also when Clark meets Alexandra, which is basically the good side of Lex. Lex chases Alexander and Clark through his mind. So, overall, great disc. All the episodes on this disc are pretty good. on to Disc 4. Disc 4 features the episode Hero, Traveler, Veritas, and Descent. This is after mid-season. So, Hero, Clark's high school friend, Pete Ross, turns up in Smallville again, and Pete has discovered some gum in a club where a dancing club where he's at. It gives him the ability to stretch. He saves Chloe from a falling chandelier. And Pete kind of turns slightly evil. In this episode, episode 14, the previous episode was great. Episode 14, very good episode. Clark is tased when he goes to get something in his barn. Then he's caged by, it turns out, Lionel wanted him captured. Lana and Chloe decide to go find Clark, but Kara turns up and saves him. Clark gets a Veritas journal from Virgil Swan's Veritas journal from another member of Veritas, Traveler. Veritas. Kara is having trouble with her memory. And in this episode, Brainiac targets Lana. He basically makes it so she doesn't respond to anything Clark does. Very good episode. Descent. In this episode, Lionel Luthor is killed by Lex. He's looking for the key to get the orb. So, at the end of the episode, Lex and Clark stand at Lionel's grave. Very good episode. I would say that one is one of the best episodes. Now on to the last disc before the bonus features. Alright, so I will review the bonus features disc, but I have one more episode disc to view. Darn, my phone rang. Sorry about that. Alright. Hate when that happens. Episode Disc 5 starts out with Sleeper. There's Sleeper, Apocalypse, Quest, and Arctic. Sleeper is the episode where Episode 17 is a very good episode. Basically, someone wants Jimmy to spy on Chloe because they think she's dangerous with her hacking skills. That's a great episode. This episode is what would happen if, when Clark time travels to Krypton to confront Brainiac, he is in an alternative reality where Lex Luthor is the President of the United States. and Lana's not around. And Lex Luthor can press a button for nuclear war. He tries to, but Clark stops him. So that is another great episode. Quest, the first to last episode. Clark goes to a cathedral because he is looking for a Kryptonian symbol that was carved into Lex's chest. He is captured, and then the guy almost kills him. Lex discovers the orb to control the Traveler. Alright, so the final episode, the season finale of Season 7. In this episode, it all comes full circle.